can see this doesn't do anything. So we thought it'd be fun to wrap it. So fun story is I got this watch in like 2015, maybe 2014. When I was younger, I was trying to build credit. To do that, you had to have a credit card. To do that, you needed to make purchases with that credit card. So I thought it would be cool to get a cool watch on the credit card, build credit at the same time, which is what I've done. And I've had this watch for probably over 10 years. I've had to repair it twice, once every 5 years. So let's get to the pride and joy. Charge, movement. If you look up close, you'll see it started separating. And this is calf leather, baby. I like this setup here, but let's see our new and improved piece. I thought about before getting it serviced, when I saw it was going to be about $230, going with just buying a new one. And look at that. It's servicing new. Looks like today's date. Looks like they replaced the crystal, polished the bezel. Oh man, that's amazing. Yeah, I can see a little bit of remnants of my original bezel. I wonder if that wipes off. Nope, that's my original bezel. That's how you can tell I got it serviced, and it's not a brand new watch, but it's pretty nice. It's a sapphire crystal. Actually review the manual a little bit, because as you can see on this is a Premier with the Perpetual calendar, and I needed to refresh myself on exactly how this bad boy worked. I've had this many years, and every time it seems like I need to reteach myself, because it's such a cool feature. I wanted to brush up on it and show you guys a little bit about what it can do, and maybe you'll think it's cool too. But basically, one thing I probably didn't mention last time is this SEIKO here has the caliber 6A32. It has the Perpetual calendars. You can see down there. It's right below the Premier font, Perpetual calendar. And what that basically means, at least for me, I'm no watch expert, but it's like a very fancy, advanced calendar tracking, you know. Believe it or not, this bad boy will tell you the day, month, and year, and it's pretty advanced, and it kind of wows me in that it'll even track the leap year. And for those that are a little familiar, you know, every 4 years we have a leap year. So anyways, I just wanted to break down so you could see that feature as I just finished sort of reteaching myself. What you'll do is, you notice this button here, it's going to play a big role, and that's the key to it, but each time you press it, it sort of means something different. So I'm going to start first, and just for fun, I'm going to let it get past the 12, because what you're going to see is there's some action going on in the movement with that seconds hand and the date wheel. So once it gets past 12, I'm going to try to get it to one click, then watch. So it's about past 12, I'm going to one click. So I don't know if you noticed that, it's one click. So then I want you to press this button and hold for about 2 seconds, and we should see the calendar go to 1 and the second hand go to 12. You saw that? And notice the date wheel. And I guess it only goes in a clockwise motion, because if it was rotating the other way, you notice it'd get to 1 very quick. But we're gonna let it get to 1, and cool feature here, you know, this does use up a little bit more battery, so you don't want to definitely, I'm just showing this to you. I'd only use this occasionally, right? But this does use up additional battery, so you know. And cool thing is, from the factory, they say the battery should be good for about 4 years, so I thought that was useful information. But after it's finished, it's going to settle to 1, and once it does, we're going to press it once more, And the numeral in the calendar frame is supposed to swing and stop at 1. That's what it does. So it's at 1. Now watch what happens when we press it once more. So see the swing left, swing right, or swing left and swing back. Okay, so I think that's sort of like a little mini internal calibration. But once we press it once more, we're expecting that seconds hand to go to the 9 o'clock position. So, and look at what it did. And now at this point, this is telling us the current date. So if you remember me starting this, today's date is January 3rd. It's about 7:15 p.m. 2023. So one more click, it's going to tell me the month. Notice how the second hand switched to 10. I think this is its own internal feature, but the date wheel is what's telling us all the information. And again, it would have been shorter if it went the other way, but I think this is just the way it works. You see that date wheel going over there, and it's pretty cool. You're going to see it stop. We expect it to stop at 1 if it works, right? To represent January. So we saw the day was 3. So we're expecting it to stop at 1 for January. And what's cool is after we prove that it stops at the right month, we're going to click it again and see that it stops at the right year. And you'll notice on the date wheel, right, it only goes up to 31 or something. So in the manual, it explains how it tracks the rest of the numbers after like 2032 or something. So there we are at 1. See that? Now here's for the year. And again, that seconds hand shifted over to the 11 position. And now, for it to properly work, we expect it to stop at 23 for the year. So it's January 3rd, 2023. And this is also sort of a procedure you want to follow for when you're setting it and whatnot. There's additional instructions in the manual that instruct you that if it fails to read the correct number on anything, it'll basically let you turn the wheel to properly set it. And look at that right there, dead set on 23. I think that's pretty cool. And essentially you hit it one more time and it's going to go back, I believe, to the 1 position, I think. Let's see. I think it's going to go back to 1 or maybe 3. Yeah, 1. So once I push the crown back in, it's going to go back to normal operation. And one thing, I watch for the date to go to 3, right? Because it's January 3rd. But watch how it compensates for the time we spent. I didn't time myself, but it's probably like 2 or 3 minutes, right? Let's see. Look at that. Or maybe 4 minutes, right? And look at that, going to the 3. Isn't that awesome? But again, this is one I didn't look up to see if they discontinued it. I just don't see a lot of new models, but for the price point, it's just a pretty awesome watch. Like, I get a lot of compliments on it when I wear it, and probably why I've got it for so long, 10 plus years I've had this bad boy. One thing I read in the manual that I thought was cool too is that once the battery starts going, right, we always wish we have a battery indicator to let us know when our battery's up, but you see how the second hand goes in 1 second intervals? So essentially when the battery is trying to tell you to change me, right, when it's saying please change me, the seconds hand is going to start moving at a 2 second interval. And essentially once it does that, that's SEIKO's, that's this watch's way of saying, please change me, please change me. And the really cool thing about that is the watch is still fully functional, or it's not functional, but I mean, it still tells time completely accurate. The date wheel will stop to function because it's trying to conserve the battery, but the time will still be completely accurate. And I thought that was another cool fact. I thought that was a cool feature, and I just wanted to share that with you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like that, and subscribe. And see you on the next one. Peace. Love.